of long term is. Maybe it's 10, 20 years, something like that. For me, that's long term. My prediction is that work will be optional. Optional.
For centuries, the deal was simple. You work, you earn, you survive. But what happens when the work disappears? This isn't a dystopia. This is the logical endpoint of an economic revolution we've been building towards for 200 years. Automation isn't coming, it's here. It's quiet, efficient, and tireless. And it's forcing us to question one of the deepest assumptions in human history, the link between work and income. Our prediction is this. After a large-scale national experiment, will a major OECD country vote to adopt a permanent universal basic income by 2032? To understand this debate, we have to go back to the 1500s, to a man named Thomas Mann, one of the earliest thinkers who saw economics as a structured system. The mercantilists. A nation's wealth wasn't innovation or creativity, it was labor. Work itself was a public good, a duty. The value came from your productivity. That idea echoed for over half a millennium. But UBI proponents, the intellectual heirs of Thomas Paine, argue that this worldview is breaking. Automation is replacing millions of jobs, not just in factories, but behind desks, on highways, and even in creative fields. To them, UBI is not a handout, it's a dividend, a share of the technological wealth society creates. They believe large-scale trials show exactly what smaller experiments already hint at: lower poverty, better mental health, and higher entrepreneurship. A society where creativity and small businesses flourish because finally they have a breathing room. For them, UBI isn't charity, the next evolution of social contract in a post-work world. But this vision has met fierce resistance, especially from fiscal conservatives who draw inspiration from the logic of Adam Smith. Smith described the invisible hand, the idea that a person's ambition creates collective prosperity. From this view, UBI isn't a dividend, it's a distortion. Well, the argument has two layers. First is the economic reality. A true national UBI would cost trillions, requiring massive tax increases and risking slower innovation. But deeper than economics is a philosophical concern that work isn't about earning, it's about identity, dignity, and contribution. And if you remove that link between effort and reward, you weaken the very engine of human progress. And there is a third voice, one many people don't expect: labor unions. The labor movement, built by figures like Philip Randolph, fought for the dignity of work, fair wages, safer conditions, collective power. Yet many unions view UBI as a Trojan horse. If everyone receives a baseline income, could employers justify paying less? Could UBI weaken the bargaining power? Could it slowly replace the entire reason of unions existing? Their fear is simple. UBI may not empower workers, but it may pacify them, weakening their solidarity that built the modern middle class. So, will a major country take a leap by 2032? The case for yes is a bet on momentum. I believe that data from trials will be overwhelming, as there will be lower stress, stronger families, and newer businesses, and that the political will for a social upgrade will finally form. The wager that the old mercantilist view, where work equals labor, is no longer compatible with an automated economy. The case for no is a bet on the stability of the current system. It argues that the costs are too high, the ideological resistance is too deep, and the institutions that depend on work, i.e. governments, corporations, and unions, are too invested in the old model to let it go. It it believes that the 500-year bond between work and identity is too central to break. This isn't just a policy debate. It's the battle between two definitions of dignity, freedom from work versus freedom through work. The experiment is underway. The vote will be the verdict on what we believe human value truly is. And if you want to explore or even predict which vision wins, you'll find people debating both futures quietly over at prophetessx.com.